Let's talk a little bit about tomato concasse. How do we peel and how do we seed a tomatoes? Very simple to do. All we need to do is to have some boiling water and some ice water. We have to be ready for this. Don't put in 3 ice cubes in water and say that's ice water. No, no. Ice water is water that is very cold. It's been having ice for a little while now. We're going to take a tomato, and we are going to, again, remember we're using the knife like that? We are going to take this paring knife and we're going to turn the tomato around so we can remove the core of the tomatoes. And we're going to make a little cross right here underneath. And we're going to take that tomatoes. We're just going to do one so I can show you how to do it. We're going to put it in boiling water. And we're going to leave it in there probably, I don't think I'm going to leave it in there longer than 10 to 12 seconds. That's going to be long enough for the skin of the tomatoes to come right off. You watch. And the minute the skin of the tomato comes off, then I am going to, let me leave this right here. The minute the skin of the tomato comes off, which is about right now, I'm going to immediately put it in ice water. And the water, I like to clean as I go. And the water, let me get a spoon with a hole in it. This is a good time to use that spoon. You what? Now the skin is standing, ready? That's it right here. Right here. Look at right here. You see the way the skin is coming off? You see how simple it is? Now we want to immediately, let's turn that off. We want to immediately turn the tomato away from the heat and put it in ice water. Why? Well, number one, it's going to help us removing the skin. But number two, it's going to stop the cooking process so the tomato won't start cooking. Otherwise, you know, in hot water, tomato is going to cook very fast. Okay? So now, we take our knife. The tomato is cold now because the water is very, very cold, so it needs to stay in there a few seconds. And we're going to take a paring knife, and look what we're going to do now. We're going to remove the skin. And look how simple it is to remove the skin. Look how simple it is to remove the skin. See? It just takes a few seconds right there to remove the skin. Look at this. Anybody can do that. This is very simple. Now, you say, why do I have to remove the skin of the tomatoes? I've been eating my tomato for 29 years or 50 years with the skin, and I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, fine. Hey, you want to make a good sauce. I'm telling you why. You want to remove the skin of a tomato. And if you're wondering why, look at this. You know how heavy that is? You know how hard that is? You know how hard it is from your stomach to digest the skin of the tomatoes? Not only is it hard to digest, but let me tell you, boy, my garbage is getting food in here. Then I'm going to put it over here so I can get a new one in a little while. Now, I am going to clean all that up. And now I am going to cut my tomato. Now, let's look at this tomato right here. How do we cut this? Well, we want to remove the seeds from the tomato. And we want to chop it into a nice dice. It's called a tomato concasse. Here's what we do. We take it, and we kind of go around the core of the tomatoes. You see the way I'm doing it? I'm kind of like cutting around it, just like that, you see? Just going around it, you see? Because the core of the tomato is mostly seeds. We don't want them anyway. So here we go. We cut it around. Here we go. Okay, and let me get a new garbage. Now what do we do with this? Well, I'll show you what we do with this. We now take the seeds. Hope you can see me doing it right here perfectly. See, you take the seeds right here. Just like that. And now we have a perfect tomato that has no seeds in it. You see? Perfect tomato wedge with absolutely no seeds in it. Okay? Now, let me show you how to cut this. We're going to take this, we're going to put it upside down, and we're going to cut it, and we're going to cut it as what? As julienne. You see? Now we're going to take a julienne, we're going to put them in a little, like a U-log, like a log, and we're going to put them up, and look what happened right here. Right here, we have perfect diced tomato. You see? Now that was not difficult, was it? You see? Very simple to do. Have you noticed none of the things we do is complicated? Everything we do is so very simple.
Today I'm going to be showing you how to seed and dice the tomato into perfect cubes. So first what you're going to do is you're going to cut the flesh off of the tomato in kind of a C shape, leaving the seed ball in the center. If you have any seeds that are left on a tomato, you can just push those out. When you're ready, place a piece of tomato in the center and slice lengthwise to make strips. Then you're going to take those strips, turn them, and cut them again to make cubes. Thank you for watching. To learn more about Mexican food, visit us on the web at mexicanfood.about.com.
Differs from other cutters mainly in its additional cutting mechanism, which permits working with very soft vegetables. Let's see the special mechanism. There are two cutting frames vibrating linearly, one against the other, in crosswise fashion. Below them is a rotating blade. The movement of the frames imitates the manual cutting motion and produces a clean cutting in the form of chips. The revolving blade cross-cuts the chips very accurately, forming cubes. The operator can replace each of the blades, including the revolving blade, simply and rapidly by merely loosening two screws. Assembling the mechanism is simple, light, and user-friendly. Feeding the produce into the appliance is done by means of hand plunger and a round opening formed by a plastic adapter sleeve that enables cutting round-shaped products. This is the only appliance that permits pushing vegetables into a round receptacle by means of a plunger on a shaft. Now we will see the results of cutting various fruits and vegetables such as tomatoes, oranges, watermelon and pickled cucumber into cubes by means of the Cut-O-Mato's unique cutting mechanism. By using special frames, it's possible to cut produce into 4 quarters or to divide it into half slices. This option doesn't exist in any other appliance. We will place one single-bladed frame and below it a 7-bladed frame. The result is half slices. We will place 2 single-bladed frames. The result